Hello again, guys and girls of the Gears of War community. Welcome to a brand new gameplay commentary with me, Chrissy. Today I've got you a sexy little Old Town TDM, just normal because I like to balance it out because not everybody likes to sit back and watch competitive gameplay, maybe because they don't think there's enough action in it or whatever. So I think it's ranked, it might not be ranked, I didn't check, but anyway. So, what do I want to talk about today? Well, the main subject I want to talk about is the free-for-all gameplay that was released by Epic for Judgment. But just before I get onto that, I want to note something. Recently, if you're not subscribed to Yummy Mash or you don't really care about him that much, he did a top 5 plays, which I submitted Costigan's Clutch because I thought it was really good. And it got number 1. And I was impressed by that. I didn't think Yummy had much of an appreciation for competitive play, but you know what? He put it in number 1, and I'm quite impressed that he has the kind of bravery to sit back and say to all the people who don't really care that much about it, yes, this should be number 1 because it's competitive. But also I'm kind of depressed about the way people reacted to it because they sat back and they're like, what the hell is this? It's only 1v4, it's terrible. The guy before got like a double T-bow on bots. It's like, well, yeah, but you've got to appreciate the skill that goes into outplaying the people he's playing against, which is mostly like the annoying thing that gets to me is like everybody's like, oh yeah, it's just some crappy 1v4, you know. Moo Milk got like a 1v8, yeah, but the difference is Moo Milk gets a 1v8 on noobs who can't play the game. This is a 1v4 against some of the best players. Well, I guess that team that we were playing against wasn't the best, but you know, they're kind of mid-level, high-level GBs, all-stars kind of thing, so yeah. Anyway, with that on the side, let's talk about the free-for-all gameplay. First thing, I think this is the most important thing, is the maps, because while we can talk about weapons and the kind of gameplay elements of free-for-all, I doubt will last that long. I think it will be kind of like a Wingman, where the first few days everyone wants to try out everything, and then quite a lot of people sit back and say free-for-all's not for me, like they did with Wingman, and you'll get like a small percentage of the people playing it. Now, as for the maps, I think the maps look fairly well designed, although I'm not really sure what to think, because the Gears of War maps are always symmetrical. They're always kind of a large square shape with evened out areas, and the size is always very closely proportional. And the thing I think when I look at these maps is they look more like a big long kind of rectangular shape where everything's funneled into one hallway like you might get on Call of Duty, which worries me a little bit, and this really does worry me because quite a lot of the people who are going to be playing this might be thinking, well, this is just Call of Duty on Gears of War, and I kind of worry where they're getting their inspiration from. But anyway, that's the maps. I don't really know what to think quite about them yet, because obviously, even if you have an entire fly-through showing every little aspect of the map, you can't really tell what it's going to play like until you've played it yourself. So yeah, the next big thing is I want to talk about the breach shot, which is like a bolt-action rifle without a scope. And it looks quite interesting. From what I can tell, it is 3 shots down and 1 shot headshot. And the reticule is fairly strange, really. It's like, what are those things? I don't know, but they're like 2 curved lines on each side of each other, and it looks strange like for a reticule on Gears, but it should be interesting to play with because I myself like the idea of a new weapon a lot more than I guess public players might, because I like the idea of how it might be played in competitive, because competitive players find so many different ways of using that rifle, while a lot of people in public will take a sniper and they'll just go for headshots, while a competitive player might team up with someone else on his team, get a nice little angle, check that guy, then have the other guy go in and shoot him a couple times with his pistol, and then you initiate an entire push, and loads of these different things happen. But it's quite interesting to think about. And free-for-all itself looks interesting. I think there's going to be about 8 players. That's what I could tell from what was happening on screen. 8 players makes a lot of sense because it's balanced while not crazy. Like, it's got a decent amount of people now without being like over the top mental kind of play, where you can still have 1v1s without every fight being like 5-on-5, or, you know, five people in a free-for-all. Anyway. So what else was I gonna say? I will definitely be playing this because I'm a very kind of public dominant player. I love to jump into public and be like, "Yes, who's the newbies?" and just pwn on the little noobs because it's fun. Let's admit it, we've all done it. We all enjoy doing it probably, and it's just something that I really find relaxing and fun to just go and pub stomp a little. So yeah, I mean, that's essentially what a montage kid is. It's a montage kid is a player who gets to a certain level, then goes into public, stomps on kids, and then puts that on YouTube in the form of a gameplay or a montage or something like that. So montage kids are essentially pro pub stompers. But yeah, I've completely gone off track here, and the gameplay seems to be coming to a close. I've actually got that off screen. Let me see how far we're in. I've had a little list just in case I forgot this episode, which I hopefully will be doing more. So if you think in this episode that I've been more on track and rambling less, then please say so, because I've been thinking about trying to do this for each and every episode for a long time, because I sometimes, when I talk about things, I ramble on and I say the same thing over and over and over again. So yeah, I've been thinking about getting this in. So if you have enjoyed this episode, please leave me a like. The gameplay is slowly coming to a close, but thank you for watching, guys, and goodbye.